Are your grocery bills about to get higher? With the Trump administration imposing new tariffs, 25% on imports from Mexico and Canada, and up to 145% on goods from China, experts warn that U.S. consumers could soon face increased prices on everyday items. From fresh produce like avocados and strawberries to meats and packaged goods, these tariffs are expected to have a ripple effect throughout the food industry. In this video, we break down how these trade policies could impact your wallet and what you can do to prepare. How are tariffs, and the threat of higher tariffs, going to affect grocery prices in the United States? It depends, those in the food industry say. The United States produces and manufactures a lot of its food domestically, but also relies a lot on imported goods. The short answer is yes, prices are going to go up, said David Ortega, a food economist and professor at Michigan State University. They may not skyrocket for all imported products, but they will go up. Tariffs are a tax on imports, so by definition, they are inflationary. While higher tariffs could still be coming after a 90-day pause, the baseline 10% tariff on all goods, plus higher duties on Chinese products already in effect, are a big increase in food costs for Americans' budgets, said Thomas Gramillion, Director of Food Policy at the Consumer Federation of America. The 10% default tariffs alone represent a truly historic federal tax increase, maybe the largest in my lifetime, with a highly regressive impact, Gramillion said. The tariff only applies to the value of the product at the border, Ortega said. Then there are additional costs to the product, which are accrued domestically, like transporting the goods to the store, distribution, wholesale costs, and retail markups. Those things are not subject to the tariff, Ortega said, so that doesn't mean that the price of a particular product will go up by 10% or whatever the tariff is, Ortega said. Overall, 15% of the U.S. food supply is imported, including 32% of fresh vegetables, 55% of fresh fruit, and 94% of seafood, according to the Consumer Federation of America, citing the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Some products, like coffee and bananas, are almost exclusively grown abroad. Tariffs are causing uncertainty from families checking off their grocery lists to companies importing food, he said. For consumers, this can mean added difficulties in managing a food budget. For food companies, this means havoc on supply chains that could lead to more food waste and more food safety risk, Gramillion said. A lot of seafood is caught here and then taken to China, where the labor is much more available and is a lower price to debone, to skin, to devine and then repackage, frozen and brought back to the United States, he said. The question is, will that face tariffs? Will it be tariff going in, to China, tariff coming out, and then it will become uneconomical for everybody? Swanson asked. Fresh produce will also likely cost more. Consumers will feel these price hikes at the grocery store, especially for products where we rely on imports to meet year-round consumer demand, Ortega told USA Today. Shoppers' demand for fresh fruits 12 months a year is part of the reason why the United States imports many of them. Ortega said that we rely on international trade and imports for agricultural products in order to meet year-round consumer demand for a lot of these items. Ortega said, the United States can't grow some of the products domestically, such as bananas, or can only produce them seasonally, Ortega said. In many cases, it's cheaper to import food than to grow it domestically, largely due to labor cost differences, he said.